Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning. It is Teresa from Teresa Silhouettes, but there I am for All Things Art, where I love sharing art from my heart. There we go. That's better. How is everyone this morning? I have these really cool flip-flops I'm going to paint. These are cut out from diverse woodworking. And I am going to get started. So, these already have the pattern cut into them. They're somewhat etched, not thick. Like I can't even hardly get my fingernail in there, but they're perfect because when you start painting on them, you can still see the lines. So that's what I love about these, because they're just good enough. They don't have to be traced. They have these really cool designs on them already. And when you're done, if you wanted to, like when I go back and do the straps, I will still be able to do the straps because I will be able to see the outline of the design. So how is everyone this morning? When you hop on, say good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? It's nice to see you. Let me get my comments over here. Okay. Hey, Jeremiah Dreams. That's my friend Teresa. How you feeling, Teresa? I hope better. Okay. Are you in? Yes, Jessica, I am. And I'm pretty sure it's streaming there right now. So I'm doing, it may look to you like I'm doing a little bit of an ombre. I'm really doing a little bit of a beach scene. So we're going to have some sky and some water and some sand. And right now I'm using two different blues. I'm using cobalt and patina, which is my favorite color. I'm going to put out a little bit of this aqua. Oh good, I'm glad to hear that. I know it's hard, right? So hard. So I am just picking up, I'm going to go back to the sky in a little bit, but I'm using the same color. So I'll show you up here. So up here I have this dark blue. Now I want to transition to this little bit of this green. So I put blue and green both on my brush at the same time. And then I'm going to overlap the blue part while I start coming down with the green part. And it will give me a nice blend. You kind of have to work a little fast with this because you want your paints to be wet. You want your paint on your surface to be wet and the paint on your brush to be wet. And I'm going in and I'm painting over the straps. I will add them back in later because we still want them to look like flip-flops. I'm just going to add a little white to this. There. I wanted to lighten up my water a little bit. I was going to pick up a different color, but instead I just added some white to the bottom. And I'm just using this 1-inch brush and some folk art acrylic paint. Okay, I'm going to go back up to my sky. I'm not going to worry about the colors that are in my brush already. I need a little bit of a different blue. I'll use this one. Oops. This is actually called Skyline. It's another one of my favorite colors. Like, what isn't my favorite colors? I'm just doing a little mix here. And I'm coming in and I'm just going to finish up my sky in here. And there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. And then this used to be a very hard part of my painting, where it was like I needed to know step 1, step 2, step 3, and follow it exact. And it took me a long time to I guess, really not be afraid of the paint and not be afraid of making mistakes, and knowing that even if I made a mistake, it is so easy to fix because it's just paint. You just clean it up and sand it down or wait for it to dry and paint right over it. So it took me a while to become nice and loosey-goosey with my painting. It was harder for me to become loose and free with my painting than it was for me to learn how to paint steps. Okay, so I have my sky, I have my water. I'll add some details to that a little bit. Now I can wash my brush because I'm going to put some sand on the bottom. How is everyone today? It is a beautiful, beautiful, I like the flip-flops. Thank you. I have some flip-flops on my feet too right now. I used to never, let me know. If you're watching, let me know. I used to never be able to wear flip-flops, you guys. They used to hurt my feet and hurt my toe. And then, honestly, I'll be a little vain here for a second. Thank you, Teresa. So, honestly, I would see all these cute flip-flops. Oh, let me show you my beautiful painting. You know what? A shameless plug. Here we go. These are my Zoom class. Okay, so, I would see all these cute flip-flops. I mean, flip-flops have come a long way, you guys, right? Since, well, when I was growing up. I'm a little older than a lot of you. And I would see all these really cute flip-flops. Thank you. And they would have bows, or they would have little tassels. They would have a little piece of just a jewel or something. I'm like, flip-flops, oh man, they're so cute. They're cute. They're inexpensive, so you could have like a couple of pair and change them up. And I was like, so thank you. This was my Zoom class for June, and this is my Zoom class for July. And then there's going to be a third one. It's going to be a dragonfly. So if you are interested, this one is now a kit on my website, but this will be my Zoom class in July. It's in my events. Anyway, so you want to hear how bad I am, you guys? I actually forced myself to wear flip-flops. I wore them, and I wore them around the house until my feet got used to them and they didn't hurt my feet anymore. And I was like, I can wear flip-flops now. And then I was able to buy cute little flip-flops. Crazy, right? Well, I guess it's no more crazy than, and probably people still do it. I can't remember the last time I wore heels. But, back in the day, women wore heels everywhere and anywhere. I'm trying to figure out a place where I can hold it from moving around. Okay, so now I'm working my way down. And now I'm just picking up a little bit. It's cafe latte and still white. And this will be the beach area. There's another thing. And I'm telling you guys all this. I'm fessing up to you guys because I want you to know, I didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, I can paint. No, I didn't wake up one day, and it has taken me a long time to evolve. I would have looked at these flip-flops here, these wood cutout flip-flops. I would have seen the design. I would have seen the stripes, the straps, whatever. And I would have automatically wanted to, what is your favorite brand of paint? I would have automatically been wanting to paint this with stripes. I would have picked 3 colors, maybe 2 colors and a white. And I would have painted stripes on here and went back in and added the straps and been done with it. So it's taken me a while to expand, experiment, and try different things. So now I look at these flip-flops and I'm like, I'm going to do a beach scene. So my 2 favorite brands are Folk Art, multi-surface paint, and Deco Art, the Deco Art Americana lines of paint. And I basically use them by the color. So depending on what color I need, that's when I will pick that particular paint. I missed a spot here. So then I go by color, but those are usually, I mean, I have a few stragglers in here that I've tried or that people have sent me or whatever. But for the most part, 98% of my paint, or it's still folk art, but it's the folk art chalk paint. Thank you, Jessica. But yeah, I love, so I am a certified one-stroke decorative painter, and I will use folk art pretty consistently when I'm doing one-stroke because it is very thick. It is a lot thicker than these Americana paints, and it just works better for the one-stroke. So I'm gonna get out some brown here. And do like Anita's. Teresa, I am not familiar. I am not familiar at all. I'm going to have to check them out online. Where can I get them? I'm really curious. I know people talk a lot about those Dixie Belle. I've never tried them. So in case you're wondering what I'm drinking here, this is my morning beverage of choice. I have iced coffee every single day, including in the throes of winter. I leave the house with well, not a glass, a tumbler. Hobby Lobby. Oh, I can't wait. We finally, only a few years ago, finally got a Hobby Lobby here. I'm going to check them out. Thank you. So, yes, I leave the house every morning with an iced coffee. We literally make it by the gallon here in my home. It is cold brew. So we make it in a gallon tub. It sits overnight. It's water and coffee, obviously. It sits overnight. And then my husband, APHFM, almost perfect husband for me, has this straining system where he uses this one cheesecloth and this right strainer. And he pours it into, he strains it into a different container. And then we just put it into like an iced tea pitcher. And then it's ready in the morning for me to go. I add a little bit of Splenda. Yes, I do Splenda and fat-free half and half. And that is what I drink every day. But really, I only have one coffee a day. So that's not too bad. So I'm going to put a palm tree in here. But since I don't know exactly, and because this is an unusual shape, I picked up a pencil. And I'm going to try and just lightly make a curve where I want it to be. I can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see that. And I think that will work. And I need a smaller brush now. I don't usually wet my brush. Sometimes I do if I want to, if it's got like some straggly hair. So let me see, where am I? Okay, here I am. So this is one way. This is actually an easy way of doing what do you call it? Palm trees. And this is just a series of triangles. And they get bigger as you go. It's not a complete triangle because they're not pointed on the top. But that's basically what I'm doing. I'm picking up these two colored paints. I'm following my line as best I can that I drew in here. And I'm just getting larger as I go down. And it's basically, I'm painting in the segments of the palm tree as I curve. You know, I'm not really teaching fine art here, you guys. I like to share things that I know people can pick up on. I want you guys to be successful. So if you come onto my page at Teresa's Spot for acrylic, step-by-step acrylic art, or you follow me on Facebook, or you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I want you to feel successful. I want when you come in here and you're going to paint something that when you're done, you could be like, wow, I did that. So I like to show steps and things that you guys can be successful at. And there we go. Simple, simple little palm tree. A series of triangles with the top cut off. I put that curve in there so I knew how to find it and knew the direction I wanted it to go in. And there we go. And I used some burnt umber and cafe latte for that. And I'm going to put out some green. When I paint, I always use a light value and a dark value, whatever that is. And when I do my my palm tree now, I'm using sap green and citrus green. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up my sap green. Now you can use a liner brush for this, but I'm going to use my flat brush on the chisel edge, and I'm going to add in just where I want my palm fronds to go. Okay? There we go. And now I'm going to pick up the dark and the light, work them into my brush, and I'm going to start adding in, I'm going to do this side first, the fronds. And I do that by following the first stem that I made and then veering off a little bit. Okay, I'll show you again. I stay along the path of the arc that I made and then pull it off a little bit. So they all have a nice arch to them. And then I'll go back in and I'll fill them in. You don't want to just go jagged, jagged, jagged off. No, you want to put a curve. Oh my, 9:05, okay. To check my time, because you know, craft around the clock. We have a busy, busy schedule, full schedule today. So you can't be cutting into other people's time. So I try to be very conscious of what I'm doing and my projects, because I know there's a lot of people, a lot of talented people on here that you guys want to see paint or create. Or you know what I'm going to start doing? And this is really, so I did it in the past, and it has been a passion of mine, and I love it. But it has come, another one of those things that has come a long way, decoupage. And there are such beautiful papers and beautiful designs. And one in particular, Yesterday's Tomorrow's, I watch her and I'm like, I need to decoupage. I need to start getting some of these beautiful papers and start doing some decoupage. Because I'm all about, good morning from Canada, I'm all about being creative and expanding my creativity. And I see these creatives decoupage and I'm like, oh my God, that is so beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, so I have my palm tree and my little beach background. I'm gonna wash my brush a little bit, and again, I'm gonna sketch in, I'm gonna put a little tiki hut in here, but I don't want the whole thing, so I'm just gonna put in, and you guys, I can't draw. Just know that I cannot draw. Painting and drawing are two different talents, and just because you can paint does not mean you can draw, and vice versa. Okay? So sometimes people are like, well, you paint, could you draw this? No, I can't draw that. So I'm going to use these browns again. I'm going to come in here and I'm just painting in the base of my little tiki hut here. Okay, I don't know how much I'm going to add to this. We'll see. I'm just going to paint until I think I've painted enough, until I get gonged off. How's that sound? Who remembers that silly, silly show? I don't know, maybe some of you liked it. I didn't really care for it. Who knows what I'm talking about? Oh, actually, it was the Gong Show, wasn't it? That craziness. It's a little hard here to jump over this hole for the sandal, but I think I could do it. So I am on vacation today. Actually, this whole week I'm on vacation from my 9 to 5. I scheduled my craft around the clock nice and early because when I hop off of here, my daughter and I are going to the beach. I'm on Long Island. Yes, Long Island is actually an island. And we're about 20 to 30 minutes from the ocean. So we will be heading over there in a little bit. Yes, remember the Gong Show? Isn't that funny? I know, silly stuff. The guy with the paper bag on his head. Wanted to let you know that Golden Paints is giving out really nice samples. Where can you get me some Golden Paint samples? I just followed one, baby. Thank you. Oh, good morning. Wait, where am I? I like the phone. Blah, 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 blah. I lost my place, you guys. So sorry. Where do you get the Golden Paints? Go to Golden Paints website and request. Thank you. Oh, I love this, you guys. Thank you. So I don't know if my proportions are out. But we'll say this is a little bit off to the side here, and this is in a little bit more of the forefront. What do you think? How's that sound? Okay? And then I like to go in and just add in some grasses. I waited for my palm tree to dry so I could put in some of these little grasses. Oh, I can't wait to hop off and go get me some Golden Paint. I love being a part of groups that support one another. No drama, just encouraging and helpful to one another and supportive. It's all about community over competition, and we all want to help each other. That is the beauty of Craft Around the Clock. We all do our own thing, and even if 10 of us painted and 10 of us did decoupage, it's always going to be different. It's always going to be different, you guys. Everybody has a different hand, a different technique. So we can all share. We can could all enjoy each other. Okay, I'm going to put a few little clouds in the sky now. And I just put some paint on the corner of my brush now. I will be the first to admit I am not good at clouds. And there are people that paint much better than me, and they will nicely laugh at my clouds while attempting to show me how to do them better. But you know what? I just keep plugging along. For some reason, I have, I don't know, a little bit of a block, I guess, when it comes to doing clouds. They don't, I mean, and maybe it's because of my heavy hand, I don't know. But that doesn't stop me from doing them. And we all know they're clouds, right? I am hoping to be a crafter. So do you mean you're hoping to be a crafter, Jessica, because now you work and you want to retire and then you want to craft? Or are you hoping to find your passion in crafting and you just haven't found the thing that you want to do yet? Or do you just need the time? What do you mean about hoping to be? I used to think it was about time, because we like, oh, we don't have time for anything. I'm so busy, I don't have time. But you know what? And I understand that, and some people are busy, they have little kids at home, they're taking care of parents, whatever it is. And I understand that, I get that, but we really have to take time for ourselves. Any way that means. If that means just, you know what? If that means sitting in a closet for 15 minutes just to have some peace and quiet, so be it. If that means having a cup of tea and sitting outside, so be it again. What works for one doesn't work for others, but we all need to have our time. 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, we need that. What do they say? You can't pour from an empty cup. And I don't think there's any men on here at the moment, but, women are expected to do a lot and be a lot and take care of a lot. And sometimes it's hard, y'all, right? So, yeah. So, sometimes anyone can craft, just find it. Exactly. That's right. Having a crafting business page is a lot of work. Right, having a crafting business and a business crafting page is a lot of work. I was just going to say something. I had a good point. You can't pour, empty cup, what it means. Oh! You guys, let me show you. Let me just flip you around 1 second and I'll show you this. I love to color. I still love to color. So here we go. This is what we have so far. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? I love to color. I messed this up a little bit. Put my big fingers in it. I'll fix that. I have crayons at work. Sometimes when I'm eating my lunch, I will print off a coloring page from the internet, or I have some coloring pages, or I have a coloring book, and I will eat my lunch, and I will just sit there and color a page or two. Yeah, there it is. There's all the paint. And I find it relaxing. And that's it. 15 minutes. Crayons. There's nothing messy about crayons. There's nothing messy about doing a coloring page or crayons. And I will just sit there and color. And that's a little bit of my sanity, not thinking time. I love to color. Oh, color pencils. That's a good idea. I have colored pencils. I should bring some colored pencils to work. Good idea. See? Love this group. Look at, we're helping each other and we don't even know it. Is this going to come off? I don't know. I might have to paint over it. I'm just have this little rubber eraser thing and I'm picking up some water and I'm just trying to get off some of this paint that I put my big arm in. That's all. So yes, colored pencils. I should bring some colored pencils to work. Good idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to fix this because I did such a nice job with it. I need to fix this. And also I can show you guys how easy it is to fix when you put your big fat arm in something. I'm just cleaning up some of these lines that I made, and then I'll go back in and I will fix the grasses a little bit too. Well, I know what I could do here. I'm adding a little bit of some darker in here. It almost makes it look like a little bit of a mound. And I could do the same thing down here. Little shade, little variation in the sand. Okay. And then I will fix my, after a couple of surgeries, I would lay in bed with the computer table pulled up and would just color. So relaxing. Yes, exactly. Yes, so relaxing. I also like to do crossword puzzles. Not as relaxing. Some can be a little challenging. Sometimes it can get a little frustrating. Especially if I don't know something, I don't know it. And I don't mind. If I don't know it, I don't know it. You know, we can't know everything. But when I'm doing a crossword puzzle and the answer, I should know it and I know it and it's right on the tip of my tongue, that gets a little frustrating for me. So I'm like, oh, I know this. So that's the only thing. There are plenty of things that I don't know when I'm doing crossword puzzles. Look at us. We're talking about self-care, relaxation, crossword puzzles. What else do we have going on? So now I'm going to use the back of my brush, and I'm just going to pick up some dark brown, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm just drawing in. And when I use the back of the brush, it's so much easier to keep a nice circle. And I'm drawing in some coconuts. And we got a nice circle there, and I will wait for them to dry, and then I will add a little bit of highlight to them. Thank you, girl. You got me there. I do not do crossword puzzles. Okay. Yeah, I love crossword puzzles. I used to do them in our daily newspaper all the time, and then I stopped getting the paper because who wants to read news? I certainly don't want to read news. But yeah, I think of it though, you know what? You don't know what you don't know, and that's it. Sometimes there's honestly a lot of history stuff or quotes or whatever. And you know what? I don't know certain things, but some things I do. So it just frustrates me when I know the answer or I can't think of somebody's name and I'm like, oh, I thought I knew that. So anyway, now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to lightly pull in the straps. I'm not even doing full coverage. I know we know they are flip-flops, but I like the idea of going back in here and putting them in anyway. You can still see some of the blue through, and that's okay. I don't know if I'm going to cover the tree or not, because I like my tree a lot. So I might not. I might have them go under. We'll see. What do you think? Should I cover the tree with the strap or leave it? Who has an opinion here? Thank you, Kathy. Maybe I should just do it a little bit in there, like that, a little in between. What do you think of that? Is that okay? Yeah, so they're behind it. Ah, how will you use this when you finish? In a wreath? You know, I wish I thought more about that. I have no idea. I'm not a wreath person. I could either staple to the back or drill a couple of holes in the back and make it a hanging. I could put a few really, really nice coats of clear on it and use it for a centerpiece, for a tray. Maybe put a candle on it and some beads, something else a little bit decorative. I don't know yet. Don't cover the tree. Thank you, Maria. Good morning, Rula. Yeah, I didn't cover the tree. I decided to go around it a little bit, so the strap is kind of... Had I planned it out, I probably would have painted this strap first. But now instead we just tucked it in the back a little bit. I'm almost using a dry brush to do this because I really don't want to get too much coverage on there. Here we go, you guys. I need a little bit more white here. This is a little too blue. Alrighty then. There we go. How cute, 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 cute. So let me turn you guys around. Thank you. Trying to wake up. Yeah, it might be early where you are. Well, it's kind of early. It's only 9:30 where I am too. So there we go. Now I could add some seagulls to this. Isn't that cute? And that palm tree, you guys. Oh, I'm going to add a little bit of white highlights to my palm tree. Let me get a little bit more white. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I can do it like this for you guys. I'm just going to add a little bit of white right down the side of each segment. Maybe the sun is shining on it. There we go. This one's a little bit. There we go. Okay? What a difference, right? Look, I wish I was sitting on this beach too. And Maria, I know you just hopped on. I am going to the beach in a little while. I live on Long Island, New York, and Long Island, New York is situated between the Long Island Sound and the Atlantic Ocean. I could do a beach ball or an umbrella. You're absolutely right. Do a beach ball, an umbrella. I could put a drink. There is so many. Oh, I forgot a spot. There are so many possibilities with this cute little design. I forgot this part of the strap. There we go. There's so many possibilities with this. A simple little ombre for the beach and the, oh, those are larger. Oh yeah, they're pretty big, right? I mean, look at my hand. I mean, they're totally bigger than my hand. Yeah. They're probably, I would guess 14 inches. I should put a ruler here because sometimes I'm always guessing and I'm crazy. But yeah, I should put a ruler here next to me. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed. This is cute. If I decide to, I'll post a finished picture of it. But if I decide to put it anywhere else, I will show you guys what I do with it. Don't forget to follow me on my page if you're watching me from Craft Round the Clock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put the link up top there because I have, dozens of videos and Facebook Lives where I've painted for you guys because I love sharing art from my heart and teaching creatives and crafters how to paint for fun and profit. So, thank you everyone. You all have a, look, full of paint. You all have a great day and I will see you soon. Enjoy the rest of Crafting Around the Clock. Full lineup today. Bye everyone.